Good evening and welcome to Biz RoundUp. I'm Chamad Fernando, and we at our television bring you a collection of business highlights. Let's have a look at the headlines. Iranian president officially inaugurates the Ummah oil project. Country's renewable energy resources should be fully utilized, Minister Vijay Sekhara. Government introduces Digital Sri Lanka 2030 strategy. Now the news in detail. President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Dr. Ibrahim Raisi, arrived in Sri Lanka to bolster ties and extended support in response to a special invitation from President Ranil Wickremesinghe on Wednesday. During his one-day official visit, President Raisi will participate in the public inauguration ceremony of the Ummah Oil Multipurpose Development Project, which is one of Sri Lanka's largest irrigation projects.
The project aims to address water scarcity in the southeastern dry region by redirecting excess water from the Ummah Basin to the Kinidioy Basin. Another highlight of the visit will be the signing of 5 memorandums of understanding aimed at enhancing bilateral relations in infrastructure development. The Ummah project involves the construction of reservoirs, tunnels, powerhouses and related infrastructure with environmental preservation. Upon completion, it will irrigate thousands of hectares of land and provide water for drinking and industrial purposes and contributing electrical energy to the national grid. The project's components will be transferred to the Ceylon Electricity Board and the Mahawali Authority, facilitating agricultural development and addressing water scarcity challenges.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe underscored the significance of depoliticizing education, warning against its detrimental effects on the nation, emphasizing the crucial need for educational reform in Sri Lanka. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said this speaking the 10th biennial conference of the All-Island Professional Lecturers Association at the Nelum Pokuna Theatre in Colombo recently.
During his address, President Wickremesinghe elaborated on the government's forthcoming education reforms, stressing the importance of inclusive dialogue and input from educators, professionals and organizations. He reflected on the historical context of education in Sri Lanka, emphasizing the need for adaptation to technological advancements and the integration of modern educational practices. President Wickremesinghe also lamented missed opportunities such as shelved tablet distribution project for online learning and highlighted the necessity of embracing technology-driven education. The President also emphasized the importance of crafting an education system aligned with the country's needs, envisioning a modern framework tailored for the future. He urged stakeholders to transcend political divides and collaborate towards shaping a brighter future for education in Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka's tourism sector is experiencing a remarkable surge, with the country welcoming over 100,000 tourists in the initial 20 days of April. Tourism Minister Harin Fernando announced the provisional figures revealing a year-to-date figure of 740,000 tourists, indicating a promising year for the sector after facing multiple setbacks in recent years.
While industry analysts acknowledge the significant progress towards the ambitious target of over 182,000 monthly arrivals for April, they caution about potential shortfalls. Nonetheless, the continued momentum in tourist arrivals bodes well for the industry's resilience and potential growth. India leads the arrivals during the first 18 days of the month, followed by the UK and Russia. Other key markets include Germany, France, Australia, China, US and Israel.
The government of Sri Lanka has introduced the Digital Sri Lanka 2030 strategy, accompanied by an implementation plan to pave the way for a digital empowered nation by this year 2030. The Minister of Technology said the core principles of the Digital Sri Lanka 2030 strategy revolve around inclusivity, innovation, sustainability, global connectivity, human centricity, and rights-based approaches.
The strategy encompasses 6 strategic areas, including infrastructure connectivity and access, skills development, industry growth, digital government, cybersecurity, and digitization across sectors and SMEs. Additionally, 6 critical enablers have been identified to support the implementation of the strategy, such as legal and regulatory frameworks, digital identity, and stakeholder engagement. The National Digital Strategy is set to play a pivotal role in the country's economic recovery and growth, with a phased implementation plan over the next decade. The implementation plan will unfold in phases, with the initial 2 years dedicated to setting the stage for recovery through reforms, investments, and strengthened institutions. Beyond 2026, Sri Lanka aims to position itself as a digital innovation hub in the Asia-Pacific region.
Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said that with abundant renewable energy resources, Sri Lanka has the capability to become an energy exporter to the world. The minister said this speaking at a press conference held in Colombo recently.
අපේ තියෙන පුනර්ජනනයේ විභවයන් ගත්තම අපේ රටේ අවශ්‍යතාවයන් වලට වැඩි අපිට සැපයුමක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් විභවයන් අපිට තියෙනවා. සූර්ය, සුළං මේ විභවයන් දෙකෙන්ම අපිට ඒක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ පාවිච්චි කිරීමේදී අපි ඒක පාවිච්චි කරන්න නම් අපිට වෙන්නේ ඉන්දියාව සහ අපි කලාපීය රටවල් එක්ක අපි සම්බන්ධ විය යුතුයි. අද ඉන්දියාව බංග්ලාදේශෙත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්නේ. ඉන්දියාව නේපාලෙත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්නේ. ඉන්දියාව භූතානෙත් එක්ක විදුලිය සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තියෙනවා. ලෝකේ දැන් කතාබහට ලක් වෙනවා ඉන්දියාව දකුණු ආසියාව පමණක් නෙවෙයි මැද පෙරදිග සිට දකුණු ආසියාවටත් දකුණු ආසියාවේ සිට නැගෙනහිර ආසියාවටත් මේ විදුලි සම්බන්ධ සම්ප්‍රේෂණ ප්‍රහන් ගෙනියා යුතුයි කියලා. මොකද බොහෝ රටවල් තියෙනවා ඔවුන්ට මෙවැනි විභවයන් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා මේ විභවයන් ගැන අපි කටයුතු කරලා අපේ විදුලි සම්බන්ධතාවය ඉන්දියාව පමණක් නෙවෙයි කලාපීය වශයෙන් අපි පුළුල් කරගත්තොත් අපිට ආනයනය කරන රටක් වෙනුවට විදුලිය අපනයනය කරන රටක් බවට පරිවර්තනය වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක කරන්න හැබැයි ටික කාලයක් යනවා. නමුත් දැම්මම ඒ සඳහා අවශ්‍ය යටිතල පහසුකම්, ඒ සඳහා අවශ්‍ය සැලසුම් ක්‍රියාත්මක කළ යුතුයි. අපි හැමදාමත් අපි අර රේස් එකේ අන්තිමට තමයි අපි ගිහිල්ලා එල්ලෙන්නේ. අනිත් රටවල් හැම එකක්ම න්‍යෂ්ටික බලාගාර, වෙනත් බලාගාර විභවයන් වලට යනවා. අපි ඒ පිරිස ඒක කරලා ඉවරුනාට පස්සේ අපි යන්නේ.
Speaking at the press conference, Minister Kanchana Wijesekara also expressed optimism regarding potential developments with Sinopec aiming for a comprehensive agreement aligned with the government's principle by next month.
So Hambantota refinery, we have decided to award it to Sinopec Refinery Company Limited. So they are negotiating on certain aspects on the agreement right now. There are concerns on how the water supply is going to be provided for the refinery requirements, and they want to increase their capacities. So when they increase their capacities, the land extent that they need to have, the logistics requirements that they need to have, port access in Hambantota, the water resources access, and also the BUI conditions. So accordingly, we have given our recommendations and our decisions. I think they will probably come back by May this year, and we are hoping to sign the agreement once everyone has agreed on the principles of the agreement. I think it should be signed at least by June this year. Only up to 10% of the volume is allowed for domestic sales, and there is no commitment by the government to purchase anything. That is the EUI conditions. We won't deviate from our EUI conditions.
Sri Lanka is taking a step towards harnessing the potential of artificial intelligence with the launch of a comprehensive strategy guided by a meticulously crafted white paper. The strategy aims to drive innovation, economic growth and societal progress across the nation with a strong emphasis on inclusivity and public engagement.
The Artificial Intelligence Task Force in Sri Lanka has unveiled a white paper outlining a comprehensive strategy for the integration of AI technologies. This initiative aims to leverage AI to propel innovation, foster economic growth and enhance societal well-being throughout the country. Recognizing the importance of inclusivity, the task force is actively seeking public input to ensure that the AI strategy reflects the diverse needs and aspirations of Sri Lankans. Through a series of meetings, online platforms and targeted outreach efforts, the task force aims to engage citizens from all sectors of society in shaping the future of AI in Sri Lanka. Task force said that by soliciting public suggestions and observations, it aims to promote transparency, awareness and understanding of AI technologies among the populace.
Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Tourism Minister Harin Fernando has announced plans to amend the newly implemented visa procedures, allowing tourists to apply for a single entry 30 days visa starting from the 1st of May. The minister said this speaking to a local newspaper recently.
This move comes in response to concerns raised by industry stakeholders regarding the adverse effects of the previous visa system. He said that Public Securities Minister Tirana Alas has proposed reducing the online visa application fee from $75 to $50 with plans to implement the changes from 1st of May. The initial decision faced backlash from critics who argued it could deter potential visitors and make Sri Lanka less competitive in the tourism market. Minister Fernando also revealed plans to submit a joint cabinet paper with Foreign Affairs Minister Ali Sabri to facilitate visa-free access for citizens of over 60 countries. He said that by expanding visa-free schemes and simplifying visa procedures, government aims to attract a broader range of international tourists, thus stimulating economic growth through tourism.
The Colombo International Tea Convention celebrating the pride and identity of Ceylon tea is set to take place from July 24th to 26th of this year. Sri Lanka Tea Board, in collaboration with the Colombo Tea Traders Association, made this announcement at a press conference held in Colombo yesterday.
Bringing together industry leaders, retailers, buyers, exporters, manufacturers, tea experts and enthusiasts, this event aims to foster dialogue, exchange ideas and chart the future of the tea trade. With over 300 experts and tea aficionados in attendance, the convention promises a rich exchange of knowledge and insights. Under the theme, Tea, a Lifestyle and a Livelihood, the convention will delve into the multifaceted role of tea from its cultural significance to its economic impact. The convention will cover the entire tea value chain from crop to cup with insights from producers from Kenya, Sri Lanka, China and India and market perspectives from experts from Japan, UK and USA. It will further include consumer perspectives from the biggest global retailers, analysis from climate experts, innovations of leading brands and organizations promoting social values.
Speaking at the press conference, Chairman of the Sri Lankan Tea Board said that the superior quality of Ceylon tea should be aggressively promoted in order to compete with the cheap prices offered by producing countries in order to grow future tea sales of the country.
As you know, with this, the way the teas are marketed globally today, predominantly it's the supermarket chains, there is a severe price war, and on that the other producing countries score on price. So we are on a massive battle. It's not price, it's quality that people should be concerned about. And I am glad to say that at the last FAO conference, importing country trade associations mentioned that tea is all about taste and the consumers want taste. So high time they woke up to the fact that not just having a cup of tea, but to have a good cup of tea, meaning in terms of flavor. So we have to do aggressive promotion from our side. And I believe, like what we did at the end of last month in London and in Scotland, there was a lot of acceptance. The way we went and did pointed marketing, pointed promotions. So that's what we'll have to do. If you go to depend on just simply do your packs and hand it over to the supermarkets and expect them to sell, price war comes into play, and then that's where we lose out. And that's the reason why over the last decade and a half, Sri Lanka has been losing out in that battle. But still, for all, as you can see, our tea auction prices have been the highest in the world. That's been, everybody wants something of Ceylon tea in their packs because that's the selling point, actually, the selling tool.
With that, we wind up for today. For this and more, subscribe our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. See you tomorrow with the State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Take care and good night.